It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Enough build up. The ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And we're off and running from Landover. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 media days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly. The way that rocket arm could throw the ball all over the field. And hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. Down to the 10. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Moore with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it, and he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They kick the running back in motion. Out of the gun, Daniels. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he's out of bounds, looks like right at midfield. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Getting out to his left. Now he takes it. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And this one doesn't go far.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And the Ravens going nickel, 3rd down. Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he drives this forward to the 6.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Daniels now. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now, to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Returnable from the 2. And look at this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They've got a man in motion. This is Walker on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They still have 5 to go here, 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. Gets it to the 15. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Moore with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Able to get it to Moore. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. That's caught in stride by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they get this down to the 28. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now Daniels to throw. He gets this one to McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. 1st and 10, here's Herbert. That's caught, it's Breece Hall. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Herbert now off the play fake. He's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Staying with Walker. And it's a gain on the run, down to the 23. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Into the hands of Walker. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. The Ravens with a chance to score and take a lead into the locker room. 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Walker does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
Commanders 14.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Commanders head out now late in the first half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Running back, motioning right. On first down, here's Daniels. Jones reels it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete inside the 35. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders earn the chance to tie before halftime. DJ Moore the touchdown. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders tie this game at 21. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Shaheed now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We've hit halftime, all tied up thanks to that late touchdown. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Commanders ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Ball at the 33 for first down. Daniels from the pistol. That's more on the quick slant. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now they send their back in motion right. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And the Commanders will have a first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Now, the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make the
Daniels throwing on third. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. To the red zone before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 4. This one's quickly to Jones. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and just 2 to go. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing now, Daniels. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. DJ Moore, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He's going to field this at the 2. This return makes it up to the 25. We see the Ravens making their way out now. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Throwing on first is Herbert. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Handoff to Walker from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, Walker. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Hauled in left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll give up the gut to Walker. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're left with 4th and short.
I think that was a throw, Kate. It just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Trying for it, it's Walker. And the look outside yields no fruit. They make the stop near the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
The Commanders and DJ Moore back in possession here. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Commanders will have a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Daniels. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making's also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Daniels now. Completes this one to Rice. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Daniels back to throw. Got Everett, and it's complete. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the...
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Jones. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders leading by 7. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Jones. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw it. Flush down now to... And he will score! Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You could just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Herbert on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
2nd and 10 now. Into the hands of Walker. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Herbert to throw once more. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down all the way to the 3. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Second and goal coming up from the 7. Herbert with a blitz coming. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Here he is to throw. And that's a touchdown. Great catch there, and with almost no time left, well, Brock, they're going to need a miracle, but it is still possible. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
One final shot here. And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
So with barely any time left, they need everything to break their way. The Ravens look like they got it back, and they did! Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Setting up to pass. Need this to force overtime. And this will not be caught, so their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So score this as a win for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from DC.